Hello guys, welcome back to Mathswith Arjun channel. In the previous video, we have seen some of the examples by using the concept of simple and compound interest. In this video, we are going to start with exercise 8.3. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. So first question says, calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 10,800 for 3 years at 12.5% per annum compounded annually. So the formula for amount is principal into 1 plus r upon 100 raised to power n. Putting the values, we get 10800 into 1 plus 12.5 upon 100 raised to power 3, which gives the value as 10800 into 1 plus 25 upon 200 raised to power 3, which on completely solving gives the value as finally 15377.34 approximate. Formula for compound interest is amount minus principal, which is 15377.34 minus 10800, which finally gives the value as 4577.34. Moving on to the next part, it says rupees 62,500 for 1.5 years at 8% per annum compounded half yearly. So principal is 62,500, rate is 8% per annum, which would be 4% half yearly, and number of years is 1.5 years, which is there will be 3 half years in 1.5 year. Now putting the values, we get 62500 into 1 plus 4 upon 100 raised to power 3, which on solving gives the value as 70304. Now the formula for compound interest is amount minus principal. Putting values, we get 70304 minus 62500, which is 7804. Moving on to question number second, it says Kamla borrowed rupees 26,400 from a bank to buy a scooter at the rate of 15% per annum compounded yearly. What amount will she pay at the end of 2 years and 4 months to clear the loan? So we have to calculate for 2 years separately and for 4 months separately. So for 2 years, P is equal to 26400, R is equal to 15%, and T equal to 2 years. Putting the values, we get 26400 bracket 1 plus 15 upon 100 raised to power 2, which on solving gives the value as 34914. And for the remaining 4 months, that is 4 by 12 years, we take the principal as the value that have come for the 2 years, that is 34914, and going to solve using simple interest. We know that simple interest is equal to 34914 multiplied by 4 by 12 multiplied by 15 whole divided by 100, which finally gives the value as 1745.70. So the interest for first 2 years would be 34914 minus 26400, which is 8514, and interest for 1/3 year would be simple interest, that is 1745.70. So total compound interest would be 8514 plus 1745.70, which is 10259.70, and total amount would be principal plus compound interest. which is 26400 plus 10259.70, which finally comes out to be 36659.70. Moving on to question number 3, it says Fabina borrows rupees 12,500 at 12% per annum for 3 years at the simple interest, and Radha borrows the same amount for the same time period at 10% per annum compounded annually. Who pays more interest and by how much? So first for Fabina, principal is 12500, rate is 12%, and time is 3 years, and it's simple interest. So simple interest is equal to 12500 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 3 divided by 100, which on solving gives the value as 4500. Now solving for Radha, first we will calculate the amount, which is calculated in the formula 12500 multiplied by 1 plus 10 by 100 raised to power 3, which on solving gives the value as 16637.50, and compound interest is equal to amount minus principal, which gives the value as 16637.50 minus 12500, which finally gives the value as 4137.50. So from here you can see Fabina pays more interest and by 4500 minus 4137.50, which is 362.50 more than Radha. Moving on to question number 4, it says I borrowed rupees 12,000 from Jamshed at 6% per annum simple interest for 2 years. Had I borrowed this sum at 6% per annum compound interest, what extra amount would I had to pay? So simple interest comes out to be equal to 12,000 into 6 into 2 divided by 100, which comes out to be equal to 1440, and amount would be equal to 12,000 into 1 plus 6 by 100 raised to power 2, which on solving gives the value as 13483.20, which is the amount if calculated on the compound interest. And formula for compound interest is equal to amount minus principal, which is 13483.20 minus 12,000, which is 1483.20. Now on subtracting values to know what extra amount to pay, so compound interest minus simple interest comes out to be 1483.20 minus 1440, which is 43.20, which is the extra amount to be paid. Moving on to next question, it says Vasudevan invested rupees 60,000 at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded half yearly. What amount would he get after 6 months and after 1 year? Now putting the values, we get 60,000 into 1 plus 6 upon 100 raised to power 1, as it is compounded half yearly. So on solving this, we get the value as 63600, and for 1 year, putting the values, we get 60,000 into 1 plus 6 upon 100 raised to power 2, which on solving gives the value as 67416. Moving on to next question, it says Arif took a loan of 80,000 from a bank. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, find the difference in the amounts he would be paying after 1.5 years. So solving it for first 1 year and then half year. So amount would be 80,000 into 1 plus rate of interest 10 upon 100 raised to power 1. So on solving this, we get the value as 88,000. And for half year, we calculate it on the simple interest and amount would be the new amount. So we get 80,000 into 1 by 2 half year into 10 divided by 100, which comes out to be equal to 4400. So interest for first year would be 88,000 minus 80,000, which is 8,000, and interest for next half year would be the simple interest which we have calculated, that is 4400, and total compound interest comes out to be equal to 12400, and amount comes out to be equal to 80,000 plus 12400, which is 92400. Now if interest is compounded half yearly, putting the values in the formula, we get amount equal to 80,000 into 1 plus, as it's compounded half yearly, so rate of interest would become half. So 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 3. As it's 1.5 year and there are 3 half years in 1.5 years, which comes out to be equal to 92610, and difference would be 92610 minus 92400, which is 210. Moving on to next question, it says Maria invested rupees 8,000 in a business. She would be paid interest at 5% per annum compounded annually. Find for 2 years. So putting the values, we get amount equal to 8,000 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 2, which on solving gives the value as 8820. And for the third year, we can solve using the simple interest, which is 8820 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1 upon 100, which is rupees 441. Moving on to next question, it says find the amount and the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 1.5 years at 10% per annum compounded half yearly. Would this interest be more than the interest he would get if it was compounded annually? So comparison is to be made. So putting the values in the compound interest formula, amount comes out to be equal to 10,000 into 1 plus rate of interest would become half as it's compounded half yearly, so 5 upon 100 raised to power 3. On solving this, we get the value as 11576.25, and compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. So putting values, we solving 11576.25 minus 10,000 comes out to be equal to 1576.25. So if it's compounded annually, that is for 1 year, then putting the values in the formula, we get 10,000 into 1 plus 10 upon 100 raised to power 1, which on solving gives the value of amount equal to 11,000. And for the next half year, that is 6 by 12 years, simple interest would be 11,000 into 6 by 12 into 10 upon 100, which on solving gives the value as 550. So interest for first year would be 11,000 minus 10,000, which is 1,000, and total compound interest would be 1,000 plus 550, which is equal to 1550, and difference comes out to be equal to 1576.25 minus 1550, which is 26.25. So compounded half yearly value is greater than compounded yearly value by rupees 26.25. Moving on to next question. It says find the amount which Ram will get on rupees 4096. He gave it for 18 months at 12.5 per annum, interest being compounded half yearly. So principal is equal to 4096, rate equal to 12.5% per annum, which would be 25 by 4 half yearly, and n would be equal to 3 half years, so 3, that is 18 months. Putting the value in the formula for compound interest, we get amount equal to 4096 into 1 plus 25 by 4 upon 100 raised to power 3, which on solving gives the value as 4913. Moving on to question number 10, it says the population of a place increased to 54,000 in 2003 at a rate of 5% per annum. What would be the population in 2001 and what would be the population in 2005? So 54,000 equal to population in 2001 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 2, as the difference between the years 2003 and 2001 is 2. So on solving, we get population in 2001 equal to 48,979.59, and population in 2005 would be population in 2003, that is 54,000 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 2, which on solving gives the value as 59535. Moving on to next question, it says in a laboratory the count of bacteria in a certain experiment was increasing at the rate of 2.5% per hour. Find the bacteria at the end of 2 hours if the count was initially 5,06,000. So bacteria at the end of 2 hours, this is one of the application of compound interest as I have discussed in the previous video. So putting the value in the amount calculation formula for compound interest, we get 5,06,000 into 1 plus rate is 2.5% per hour. So rate 2.5 upon 100 raised to power to be calculated for 2 hours. So 2. On solving, we get the approximate value as 531616. Now solving the last question of this exercise. So a scooter was bought at rupees 42,000. Its value depreciated at the rate of 8% per annum. Find its value after 1 year. This is also one of the application of compound interest. The only difference would be in place of 1 plus r upon 100 raised to power n, there would be 1 minus r upon 100 raised to power n. Rest formula would be same. So let's solve it. So 42,000 into 1 minus 8 upon 100 raised to power 1, as there is 1 year. So on solving this, we get the value as 38640. So this completes our exercise as well as chapter of comparing quantities. So if you have not watched the previous videos, kindly go to the playlist and watch so that you get better understanding of the complete chapter. So that's it for today. Kindly like, share and subscribe the channel as well as videos so you don't miss any further videos.